Hello, everybody. I am back for a mock draft. This is my NFL draft prediction. The NFL draft is this Thursday. Um, Thought I'd give it to you today. As you can see, we got all 31 picks. There are 31 this year, not 32, because Texans have forfeited the illegal tampering with Tom Brady and Sean Payton. This is going to be no trades. This is just going to go straight 1 to 31. What I think our team will draft. So if I was the Carolina Panthers, I think they draft Bryce Young first overall. At that too, Bryce Young or CJ Stroud. I prefer CJ Stroud. I think CJ Stroud over Bryce Young is the better prospect just because of the Bryce Young's height. I think that'll hold him back a bit. Um, I also like what I saw from CJ Stroud more than Bryce Young. However, with all reports coming out of stuff like the litmus test ranking and a whole bunch of other stuff that I don't think won't matter in the end, I think Carolina's going to shy away from Bryce, CJ Stroud, take Bryce Young. Along the lines, I think the Texans will take CJ Stroud number 2. I think with one of their 2 first round picks, I think they will take a quarterback. Do they? And the question is, if they pass on CJ Stroud to Bryce Young here at 2, they probably will take Will Anderson and then trade up later. But since they're doing no trades, I have CJ Stroud to the Texans at 2. And since I did no trades, I think Will Anderson goes to Arizona. Cardinals need a new edge rusher since JJ Watt retired. I think he can be that guy. I think he will be a top ed. He could be a top defensive captain for their line. They like the idea of Will Anderson leading the charge or the line. They're like what Detroit did last year with Hutchinson. Also take the third QB off the board. This is Anthony Richardson. I do think the QBs will go in the top 5. Um, as for Anthony Richardson, I do think he is by far the third best quarterback in the draft. He is raw. He is raw. He's not day one guy, but the Colts give him the development he needs. He could be a really good piece for their team. I know people have compared him to Josh Allen where he's so raw, but he can be that top guy in the future. And I could see the Colts trying to do that with Richardson. I have her number 5. I think this is where Jalen Carter goes. I do think everything that came out about Carter, I do think all that will get overlooked. I do think that will still become a bit BS in the end. I do think Jalen Carter will end up going to Seattle at number 5. He is the second best defender in the draft. He is fantastic. Number 6, I'm going to take Christian Gonzalez as the first cornerback off the board. Detroit traded away Jeff Okuda to Atlanta, and because of that, I think Detroit needs a new corner, new top corner, and I think they will get that with Gonzalez. As for the Raiders at 7, this is where Will Levis goes. I don't think they think Jimmy Garoppolo is their future. I don't think he's their future. I think the Raiders will take Will Levis here, and we will see if our QBs go in the top 10. Or as I said before, we could see Houston trade up, we could see Tennessee trade up to either third or fifth. Um, as for Atlanta, I do think they need edge help, so that's where Tyree Wilson goes. It'd be Tyree Wilson or Miles Murphy. I could see a wide receiver going here. Atlanta could use wide receiver help, at least wide receiver two. Could use edge. They could take a tackle. Or they'll take Tyree Wilson here. And this is where the first tackle goes up the board. Paris Johnson. Bears need a tackle. Paris Johnson's to fill in nicely for them. They do need a. They want the Bears need a tackle. This will be fantastic for them. Doing that offensive line for Justin Fields, then bounce back in the second round was like a even tackle or something. As for the Eagles at 10, I do think they'll go Bijan Robinson. I do think this is gonna be a big waste of a pick. I don't think that's the Eagles could use a running back, but I don't think running backs are top need. I mean, they got a trio of Penny, Gainwell, and Scott, and that is a solid group. I don't know if they're in it to take Bijan Robinson out of force to their core. And for the Titans, they need a wide receiver. I do like Burks. I do think he's fantastic. But then do need a wide receiver too to help him out. And in my personal opinion, I think Jackson Smith Nick Bud is the best wide receiver in this draft. Go there at 11. As for the Texans at 12, this is where another wide receiver, we'll see a wide receiver run here. Addison. And we'll see a bit of wide receiver run. That's because Texans also could use wide receiver. I could see them taking Miles Murphy. I could see them taking Brian Branch. Maybe Witherspoon to get that cornerback too. I had them taking Jordan Addison. As for the Jets at 13, I say they got Miles Murphy. I think they could use some more help on their line. They could use some more outside help. I know they drafted somebody last year. Oh, to be their edge one, and Miles Murphy will probably be the edge two, and that'll be their edge core. I could also see them drafting a tackle, maybe a future tackle. Even though I do think it's gonna be Dwayne Brown and crap blanking. It'll come to me later, but yeah. That's their prior team. For New England at 14, I think they're gonna go line help. I think this is where Broderick Jones is at the board. So we'll see. Second lineman go out the board here. The New England will take another lineman. It'll probably end up being one of their starting offensive tackles. I think they still have Trent Brown as their left, so this guy might be their right. Either that or Adrian can't. And if they still have Trent Brown, he might go left. If Brown might go right, but we'll see. Uh, Packers, I think will take a lineman as well. This is where think, Jonathan might go as well. And we'll see 3 wide receivers in the top 15. But for now, I think the Packers will take some extra line help. For Washington, I think they'll take Devin Witherspoon here as some corner help. I do think Washington could use starting cornerback. That'd be really nice for them. I believe they still have Kendall Fuller. If they do still have Kendall Fuller, he'll probably be the 1 and Witherspoon will be the 2. I do like that for Washington. So that'll be really nice. For the Steelers, this is where Joey Porter goes off the board. Third, the Steelers do need cornerback help. Joey Porter stayed at Pittsburgh, and that's where his father was. Plus he played at Penn State, which is in Pennsylvania, obviously St. David, Pittsburgh. Lions, I think we'll take an edge to pair up with Aiden Hutchinson. That way they had the 2 edge duos, the 2 edge rushers. And later on to take a D tackle. Maybe with the suspension, maybe take a wide receiver later on as well. But for now, I do think they'll take an edge. As for Tampa Bay, I could see them going Darnell Wright here. They do need that second tackle. So with that, Tampa Bay will have their 2 tackles. Or it would be the right, probably. So yeah, that'll be really good for Tampa Bay. Let's see. Let's see for Seattle. Seattle already took Carter, so they don't need. Did they double down on defense? I think they might just like Detroit. I think this could be where Lucas Van Ness goes. So Seattle's got their line set up for the future. Jalen Carter inside, Lucas Van Ness outside. I think that's really great for them. For the Chargers, I think this is where Calijah Kancey goes off the board. I think the Chargers could use him inside defensive help. And then with that, Baltimore has a choice of either Quentin Johnson or Deonte Banks. Do they take the hometown kid, or did they take their future wide receiver 2? Cornerback 2, future wide receiver 2. I do think if they take DeAndre Hopkins here, they'll take a corner. But since they don't have DeAndre Hopkins, I'm going to take Quentin Johnson. Here. For Minnesota, with Pat Peterson leaving in free agency, this is where Deonte Banks goes. This is where Keely Ringo goes. So we'll have 2 more corners go off the board. For the Giants, say Flowers will go off the board here. The Giants need that top wide receiver. I think Flowers will be fantastic for them. a good replacement for. Why am I blanking so much? Whatever. It'll come to me eventually. For Dallas, I think they could take an edge here. Adds them up for Micah Parsons. I'm gonna say they take another lineman here. Anton Harrison. They could take that right tackle. Help out. Get them line help out. About Dak in the passing game. Very nice. For Buffalo, this is where Jahmyr Gibbs goes. I have two running backs going in the first round. Jahmyr Gibbs is the second running back that's going to go. Buffalo will take. I do think Buffalo will take Gibbs there just because they do need that top running back, and he is the second best running back available. If let's say the Eagles don't take Bijan Robinson, and Buffalo is looking at the top 15, the maybe where the Packers are, top 20, maybe Packers are, where the Commanders are, where the Steelers are. I could see a situation where they could look to trade up to take Bijan. And since the Eagles took him at 10, I think Buffalo takes him at 27. Bengals take Cam Smith. I could see them taking some more line help. Maybe they might take an edge here, but for now, I think they'll take Cam Smith to get some the back help, replacing Eli Apple. The Foxy goes to New Orleans at 29. I think that's a great pick for them. So the Saints have their next edge rusher next to Cam Jordan. I think that's fantastic for them. And for the Eagles at 31, this is where Brian Branch goes. And well, camera just glitched out. Oh well. Anyways, let's just finish this up. Uh, Brian, I'm gonna take Brian Brees. No, and I'm gonna take Josh Downs here. Yeah, that's my first round selections. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.